What's something that you were hesitant to try first, but now can't live without? Water flavoring drops, particularly stir. I've occasionally tried products like this over the years, because I find it hard to just drink water by itself as often as I should but want to kick soda. But they all taste like shit. IMO. Wanted to find something without aspartame. Found Stir, which has stevia. And I literally regularly reorder packs of it and use it daily. However, it's only been the lemonade flavor. I've tried literally all of their other flavors and they're terrible. But it's been about 8 months since I've started regularly buying it and I pretty much never drink soda now. EDM. I grew up a classic rock, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Motley Crue kinda guy. And I went to an EDM festival in 2021 for my very good friend's bachelor party. I really didn't want to go and wasn't that excited. Until I went there and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking amazing gig. I go to festivals and shows all the time, and I know all about all the different subgenres and all the types of stuff. I like Drum Bass Nation Rise Up, and I know like all the words to all the songs. Discovering new music in my 30s is fucking awesome. A Kindle. I resisted getting one for a solid 5 years because I loved the smell and feel of physical books. I finally gave in because I traveled a shit ton for work at the time, and it was so much easier to travel with a Kindle than 3 or 4 books. Not to mention being able to borrow ebooks from the library, and it's cheaper to buy them. I still like to buy physical books, especially older books of classics that I love to reread from new and used bookstores. Still a bibliophile, but the Kindle is nice for convenience. Hollandaise sauce. My dad disliked mayonnaise and any white or white adjacent sauces when I was a child, so I decided I disliked them too. It somehow followed me into adulthood. I'm autistic, so maybe that had something to do with it. Until I finally convinced myself to try it. Same story with tartar sauce, mayonnaise, and bechamel. I found out that I absolutely love it, and I now have it on chips, fries for the Americans, chicken schnitzels, pizza, basically anything that it tastes good with. My CPAP machine. Wife finally convinced me last year to do a sleep study and get one. I thought it was gonna suck trying to sleep, but after just a couple weeks I'm used to it and getting the best sleep I've ever had. Wife loves that I don't snore anymore, keeping her up too. I feel so much better every morning when I get up, and can tell the big difference on the occasional nights I fall asleep without it. I probably should have done it 25 years ago. Eating without watching television. I was seeking advice on food portion control, and was told that there are numerous scientific studies that show that eating while watching TV stops us from sensing when we are full. This leads to overeating. I've managed to control my weight a lot easier since. I have more food left over to eat later, and I always feel energized after my meals instead of feeling bloated. Okay. Showing my age. I was hesitant to jump from writing paper checks to using a debit card. I was worried about safety, and with how I would never really know how much money I had in my bank account like I did with my trusty checkbook. Now, I only use my checkbook to pay for bills that will charge an extra fee if you use a debit card, which I feel is ridiculous. Dating myself a bit. But Netflix. We had a Blockbuster a mile down the road, so why would I want to wait for DVDs to be mailed? Switched and was surprised at how quickly they arrived. Local depot, of course. Never looked back and never will. I don't even bitch about the price. To me, they're an excellent content provider. Wireless earphones. Hated the thought of always having to charge them and their pod. Got to pairs to minimize the possibility of getting caught running low. I love them now. Can just connect them to my phone or laptop and potter around with them on. Great for working out while not having to deal with annoying wires. Cats. I grew up in a dog family, and we never had a cat, and my parents thought they were pointless and stupid. Then life happened. Fast forward to my mid-30s. My new partner had 2 cats when I met her, and I slowly warmed up to them and learned to love them. I can't imagine not having a cat or 2 at home now. Swapping sleeping meds for 2 gummies and half shot at Velschnaps lately. Might have to run no more morning drug hangovers. Puts me to sleep for about 5 hours of rest and I tend to remember dreams. Cami flavor is UAB papaya punch. Their watermelon gummy is not a flavor I happen to like. Leggings LOL. In middle high school, I wouldn't have been caught dead wearing leggings as pants. Back then, especially in middle school, girls got made fun of for wearing leggings without a skirt or dress over top. Started wearing them in college and now I wear them every day. Walmart subscription. $100 per year gets me free shipping and free delivery for most everything they sell. There's of course other benefits, but not having to go into a Walmart store and deal with all of the Neanderthals who haven't showered in weeks makes it worth the cost. My husband is a chef and always keeps on hand a combo of kosher salt and white pepper. I resisted thinking it was too restrictive, but now I use it all the time. There are so many things that require that combo. I keep fancy salt like Malden for my only needs salt items. My Kindle. I am a long-time book lover and felt weird about not having physical copies. Now that I am on a budget and can link up Libby to my library card and read e-books on my Kindle, I'm saving hundreds of dollars on books. Plus, I'm making use of my local library. Pole dance. I knew going into it how people would view me, and the comment I'd receive behind something that carries such stigma. But it's changed my life completely. The community I've found, the happiness and confidence I've built. I wouldn't trade it for anything. My smartphone. I avoided getting one until 2015 because I didn't want to be so dependent on a rectangle electronic device which would make me lose my mind if I misplaced it. Now ... If you want to see me lose my mind, check me out when I misplace my smartphone. Cell phone. I went to 2006 until I had one, which if you remember to way back then is crazy. Sure, everyone had flip phones back then, but everyone had phones ... except me. I was in my mid-20s and just didn't like the idea of being chained to something. Of all things, jeans lmao. I wore jeans, they were the wrong size. And once I got the right size ones, my legs are also perfectly proportional LOL. 30 to 32, it was amazing. And I actually like them way more than sweatpants. Salmon sashimi. Dude, it just tastes so amazing. At first I was disgusted because of how squishy it looked and felt. But when I ate it, it just changed the way I look at sashimi now. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the other ones. Raw salmon is the GOAT. Obvious answer. But I went years trying to not be the Friends-obsessed person. Now I have watched it in non-stop marathons 3 times. I'm certainly happier, freer and truer to myself now that I own my guilty pleasures, most of them at least. Meditation. I had zero interest until I found out that it's actually got heaps of medical science backing, and it took me a while to figure out how to do it effectively. But now it's good for making me less like an asshole on any given day. Zero sugar energy drinks. Always was a coffee person until experimenting with different energy drinks. A lane I knew and Ghost are my first, and now I only drink those instead of coffee. Just more of a refreshing way to wake up. Haha, actually the internet. I remember back in the mid-2000s, my peers used the internet to play WoW, and that was that. Since I didn't play it, I saw no reason to get an internet connection at the time. Using a squatty potty, or more specifically in my case, an old appropriately shaped cardboard box I throw down in front of the toilet. I'm used to it now. Shitting at work without it, say, feels weird. I used to be one of these idiots who thought that umbrellas were girly, and really avoided them. But now that I have tried it, I cannot go back. Even if I think that some guys might be judging me. Play pool ... I tend to be so stupid with my hands. In Mexico we call it stomach hands, manos de estómago. And now I go every Friday to play hour of pool alone. Now I'm trying climbing and urine therapy. At first I thought drinking my pee would be gross, but now I realize the medicinal benefits of urine. I drink it every morning in my coffee. It really is the secret to immortality. One Piece, best decision I've ever made. Easily my favorite piece of fiction of all time. I put it on the same level for me in terms of how much I enjoy it as Lord of the Rings. Crocs. They are so comfy. That no longer hurts when doing a lot of standing in kitchen. Great to just throw on when having to take the trash out, and just overall great. Black tea. I've always added milk and sugar, even the thought of drinking it plain was beyond my comprehension. Now, it's literally the only thing I enjoy drinking. AirPods. I spent years trying to find other options because I simply hated the color, but I finally got a pair and ... It's a really great product. Sunscreen. I was hesitant at first because of how expensive it is. But now, because of summer heat, I couldn't resist applying it any time I go outside. Seltzer water. I used to be addicted to Diet Coke and seltzer tasted too bitter. Now I drink it by the case and hate drinks with aspartame. Weed, it's saving my life. I have MS and it has done wonders for me. I used to hate it and never tried until I was diagnosed. I love it now. ASMR OFC. It's not that I'm absolutely dependent on it, that I can't live without it, but I listen it almost always to help me sleep better. I wouldn't say live without, but I was reluctant to try mayonnaise or French fries. Freaking great. I still prefer malt vinegar, though. Heated seats in my latest car. They warm you up faster than the heater will on a cold day and feel amazing when you have a sore back. DJ, water flosser, electric toothbrush, regularly attending the gym, and following a healthy sleep schedule, to quickly name a few.